no formal intro video this morning, but it's about 7 a.m. We had a huge snowstorm the past few days, and right now I'm out before sunrise trying to get some blue hour shots. So it's pretty windy right now, cold, 20 degrees, but we're gonna try and get some shots here. This is already looking pretty cool right here with this little house in the light. So we'll mosey on through the neighborhood and try and get some pictures. This is my setup right now. I'm bundled up, as you guys can see. So we're gonna push through right now. Nice little shot here on the street corner. You can see the sky kind of turning. I also got a picture over there. That house with the light on. You guys can see that. The little garage over there. It's weird taking pictures in the morning. I'm usually out in the evening, but the closer it gets to sunrise, obviously it's going to get lighter and lighter. So we just got about 6 to 8 inches of snow the last couple days, so everything is snowed in right now. Pretty wild. I figured get out here nice and early, try and get some good stuff. Little shot of the road here. Also got a picture of this little house there. Did a vertical shot. Getting lighter by the minute. This is a cool scene right here, guys. A little street light going on. I got a vertical shot, kind of lining up those houses there. Very cool. Man, it's getting a lot brighter now. This is probably perfect time for photos. As you guys can see, I mean, it's just crazy out here, man. Everybody's snowed in. Kind of why I wanted to get out early as well. I mean, there's literally nobody out right now. It's probably 7:15, 7:30 by now. Very close to sunrise. Winter wonderland. But if you guys want to shoot in the morning, try and maybe plan something out around sunrise. I mean, you got to get up early. I was up at 6 a.m. this morning getting ready for this. But let me clip the camera. You guys can see me a little better now. Not all dark, but we're bundled up out here. Sorry about no formal intro. I just had to make a break for it. When I started, it was so dark I could barely get any pics, but we're here now. See another cool shot. Check this out. Nice little landscape here at this house. Telephone lines. Street light down there. Cool scene here. I'll take a shot of this. And with lighting like this, I mean, you can really go crazy with exposure settings. really manipulate the lighting. It's really, really fun. Another house shot here, guys. Went vertical with this one again. Nothing too crazy, just a simple house. This looks kind of cool with the snow. Check the time, it's about 7:30. So, 10 minutes to sunrise. Can't even walk on the main sidewalk. But we're gonna keep on rolling, man. About an hour after sunrise, too. I'm still gonna get cool lighting. Holy shit, this wind is crazy. The sky's looking pretty cool right there. Good morning. Probably gonna stop and take a shot of this little scene here. It's coming up the road. I don't know how much more time I got left in me, guys. It's starting to feel this cold. Good little walk this morning so far. Alright, on the way back. It's getting cold. It's mainly the wind. I think it's like real feel 20 degrees. Or it is 20 degrees. I think it feels like 10. Something like that. But good little walk this morning, man. Got out early and got right to it. You know what I'm saying? Here, check out this. Let's look at the view up here. Holy shit. Looks pretty cool, man. Wisconsin scenes. Sorry about the wind. Another little house shot. Kind of decent. I actually took it from like over there. A little vertical, but you guys get the idea. A lot of these are very similar. But I am about done, guys. It's almost 8 a.m. Actually, it looks pretty cool. That sky is going nuts. I actually might stop and take that. Little truck is just, I think the truck makes it. So let's stop and take this and then we'll talk. Alright. I'm on my way back now. I'm done. I gotta pee. The coffee's hitting me. So, good little shoot today, this morning. I might come back out during or closer to sunset. Sunset's at 4:50 today. So, we'll see. But happy with the ones this morning. I was sick. Nice to get out here on the first crazy winter storm. So let me wrap this video. I'll probably get a couple more shots on the way back here for you guys to see, but we'll end it in the truck here. So. It's been about an hour since we were here. The truck is right there. But you guys could barely see this probably in that first video because it was so dark at like 7 in the morning. But there's some kind of cool apartment buildings right here. shots right here, but I'll probably get some shots from the backside over there as well. So yeah, this is going to be the last stop of the shoot here. So, but beautiful morning, beautiful morning. Somebody's got a wood burning fire going. I can smell it. Feels good to get up in the morning nice and early and get out here, do a little shoot. I'll tell you that. So we'll check out the back side of this, and then I'll see you guys in the truck for a wrap up. See down the road here. Whew. Hoo 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 hoo. Wowza. Holy shit, friends. That was a morning walk. So I just checked my phone. Well, we're back in the truck now. Back from the walk. It's about 8:15. So that was a little over an hour. When I started, it was like so dark, dude. In those first few videos that you guys saw. Like the first video here that of those buildings, those apartment buildings, like it was so dark, I couldn't even get like photos at all. So I didn't take many videos on the first like 10 minutes because the sun was like, it was 7:15. It was still really, really dark. So, even with like a high exposure, like without my tripod, and obviously I'm not gonna set up a tripod out here, like it's cold as shit. So yeah, whatever. What was I trying to say? So yeah, just check the weather on my phone. It's 13 degrees, 15-mile-an-hour winds, feels like -3 degrees Fahrenheit. This is in Fahrenheit. So if you guys are from other countries, Celsius, Fahrenheit, you can do the conversion. So I do everything in America, Fahrenheit. So 13 degrees feels like -3. Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad, man. I mean, the wind was pretty shit in some areas. But like, to be honest, like I'm layered up. If you layer up enough, like I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 layers on, 4 or 5 layers on. It really wasn't that bad. I mean, once I'm in the groove of things, not that bad. But I do have to pee now, so like, once I have to start going to the bathroom, then like I start feeling the cold more, you know, and then I just want to kind of get back. But first 45 minutes, you know, I'm just chilling. You know, I got to take my gloves off here and there, which is kind of shitty. My hands are very red right now, but like I have to take my gloves off to get the camera out, and like, you know, sometimes you have to take your gloves off. So that's the only shitty part. I mean, to be honest, like I'm used to this shit. It's not a big deal. Whatever. I'd rather get out here and get some cool photos, and honestly, it's good for you. Getting out in the freezing ass cold right in the fucking morning and just pushing through it. It honestly feels like an accomplishment once you actually you get out here and you're doing it. You kind of little badass. You can kind of pat yourself on the back. But yeah, that was good, dude. I think the blue hour shots, like the half hour before sunrise, I think I got some decent ones. Not like a whole bunch, but as you guys can see in the videos, like I would say like 20 minutes before sunrise, 15 minutes, 10 minutes before sunrise, like you guys could tell it gets bright. It gets really bright really quick. So like that blue hour, it's like it's here and it's gone, right? Like even and because of the snow now, this is the whole other thing that I can go on rant, like with winter photography, like the snow brightens everything up so much in your photos. So like your exposure settings really like they have different effects, like wide-ranging effects, and it's totally different when there's snow on the ground. I mean, everything's so much brighter. Blue hour shots, you know, you can really crank that exposure way up, even without a tripod, to like, you know, where the camera is exposing the photo up to like a second or a second and a half. You can take good photos without a tripod if you're running that exposure. You just got to hold the camera stable as you possibly can. And even if you do get some blur in there, some like shakiness, honestly, that can have a cool effect on the photo. So, you know, it all works, man. It all works. But that should do it for this. Don't got much more else to say. It's 8:20 in the morning. I got to get back home and go to the bathroom, maybe take a nap, make some more coffee. Sunset today is at 4:50. I will probably honestly go out again. Packers play tomorrow. Playoffs, baby. We're playing the fucking Cowboys. I want to see that for sure. Jordan Love. Fuck yeah. Oh. The radio's on. Okay, so yeah, probably see you guys later today. We can just cut to that right away here. If I don't, for some reason, go out, then obviously we'll just cut to the studio editing stuff. But I'm assuming I'm going to get back out at it today. It's the first big snowfall of the year. Like big. Like I was saying, there was no intro to this, but it's been snowing literally for 2 days straight now. Yeah, like 36 hours probably. So we got like 6 to 8 inches. It's looking like winter wonderland out here. So I'm trying to make the most of it right now. So it just stopped snowing last night. All of the snow is still kind of stuck to the trees and the houses and the cars and everything. It looks really cool. If you can get out right after a snowstorm and take photos, that's the best time, because the snow is still stuck to everything, right? It hasn't fallen off the trees. Everything looks coated. Nuts, right? So I'm going to try and make the most of it today. Go out later today during sunset hours, like 3:30-ish. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So thanks for sticking with me, guys. And yeah, we'll just cut to what's ever next. So peace out.
All right. Back in the crib. Out of the snow and the cold. All right. Yeah, so going to do the just a look over pretty much for the photos here. I did not end up going out again for a evening shoot after the morning. I mean, I was just so tired, and yeah, it turned into kind of a gloomy day. So, and I got plenty of pictures out of that shoot. Yeah, that was the first kind of morning photo shoot I've done in quite a while, to be honest. I mean, especially in the winter, it can be pretty tough. I woke up at like 6 a.m. for that one. So yeah, by the end of it, I was pretty cold, pretty tired, but came away with a lot of good ones. I already went through probably like 2/3 of them, highlighted some of the good ones, so we'll take a look at those. But yeah, the majority, I would say, are pretty top notch. Like if I wanted to, I could edit most of these, kind of like the last shoot. And of course, I mean, I'll probably spend more time on these photos and the ones coming up, just because it's got snow. We've got snow now. In the previous episode, episode 1 for this winter season, no snow had fallen yet, and that was just at the beginning of January. So I'll probably spend a bit more time just on this batch and the one coming up here. But yeah, overall, I mean, really good little walk there. Yeah, it was super cold. It was honestly really cold. But once I warmed up, kind of got walking, it wasn't really a problem. And I was getting good photos along the way, so that's kind of, when you're getting good shots throughout, it's easier to kind of keep on going. But I mean, you guys will see, but the only photos that really didn't turn out were the ones right at the beginning. Some pretty cool video, I'd say, just at the beginning of the episode. Oh, and obviously no intro, so sorry about that. But I wasn't really, it was kind of, I would say that shoot was a little bit sporadic. I kind of just, sorry, I just turned up the mic a little bit, but I was kind of just thinking about going out in the morning the night before. I was like, should I go out in the morning, try and get some shots? The night before I was thinking about it, and it's like, may as well try. Plus I was pretty tired kind of early, so I got to bed relatively early and got up. So no intro, but is what it is. So, and I forget the date. Let's see. It was, I don't know if I mentioned it, but January 12th. Yeah. So I believe that was the, let me double check that. Created on, January 12th. So I don't know if I said the date exactly, but let's just hop on the screen, guys. We'll take a look at these. But like I was saying, kind of the only ones that didn't really turn out were the ones right in the beginning. It was just so dark. It was like, I believe it was before 7, a little bit around 7 a.m. But yeah, so scrolling up here, you guys can see it's all of these ones in here, and it stops about here. So quite a few. Obviously, I take a lot of individual photographs at each spot. So, but I've got some of these tagged already for editing, but we'll just run through them quick. Even the rough ones here, so you guys can see. I mean, it was so dark. It looked cool on video. That one honestly isn't too bad. I was trying to mess with that street light, the street lighting. This shot actually turned out. I liked this. There was a few shots in here that turned out to have pretty good focus on them. Just a little a house or a garage with a light coming out of the window. And you guys will obviously see here with these winter shoots with the snow now. I really try and look for kind of, I try and work around like lights a lot of the times. So like street lights, house lights, like here as well. Because generally, and even in the foreground, you can see I'm right under a street light here. Especially when you're working in really dim lighting, that helps to brighten up the surrounding kind of area. So I was down there, right under that street light, shooting at that house. So you can see there, down on that corner, under that street light, and you can see just after I walked up this hill, I mean, it was already, it gets bright pretty quick. It's probably a different exposure setting as well, but as you guys can tell, a lot of these are a little bit grainy, a little bit blurry, but there are, like I think this one, I mean, you can see there are select photos throughout here that do have good focus on them. So I really try, and when I'm working with low lighting, kind of longer exposures, like I said in the truck video, I'm not working with a tripod or anything. It'd just be too much to set up in the cold over and over again. So I really just try and hold the camera as stable as I can. And, I'll stay at the spot until I feel like I got a stable enough shot to edit. And you guys can tell. I mean, you guys can see the blurriness, and then it clears up. So it's no big deal. But I can also, you can, again, it all comes down to the exposure. So how long your shutter is going to be open on your camera. So just going through the neighborhood here again. At this point, it was brightening up a bit. I believe the sun was just about rising at this point, but still, I mean, it's this type of atmosphere, right? Really early, right in the morning, at sunrise. It just creates this super cool feeling, or I guess look to the photos. Obviously, there's a lot of cloud cover at this point because the snowstorm just rolled through. But even with a lot of cloud cover, it just, the snow is brightening everything up, and it just looks really cool. So, got a plow truck rolling through here. I actually like this shot a lot with the plow truck coming through. That looks pretty badass. That's probably one. Yeah, this is the one I believe I tagged, so I'll edit this one up for sure. That's dope. Yeah, I saw these big icicles hanging off this dude's house. That looked pretty cool. And there's that good in focus photo there. So, again, all these are unedited, so the edited versions of all these photos will be a lot more crisp, a little bit more bright. There'll be more contrast to them. Things will just pop more. You guys, and if you've seen my edits that I've done before, pretty much, I don't go for like over, I don't over edit things, or I try not to. But generally, I'll just try and bolden things out, make the photo just pop a little bit more, kind of just highlight the subject or the home, vehicle, whatever that I'm focusing on. So just rolling through. This is at the point where I turned around, so I was getting super cold. Had to go to the bathroom. But this is a cool area as well because there was kind of these. You guys can see. I mean, it's got some hill. There's some hills, kind of going through this area, and I did spend a little. Oops, just jumped to the end of the line there. And I was gonna say I did spend some time the night before, kind of just looking around on Google Maps, and obviously like planning out where I was thinking about going. And this, yeah, I'd never been kind of walking around this neighborhood before, but it had some. I always kind of like when there's these little hills and stuff. You get some interesting kind of terrain, and it can make, obviously, like, can bring some depth, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's more depth to the scene. Just on top of the hill here now, kind of looking down, so I was just down there before. Just winter landscape shots, dude. It looks in the video here. When I was looking at it, it's so windy. It was really windy at the top of this hill. Yeah, I was pretty cold at this point, freezing my ass off. Wrapping it out here, just on the way back. This shot didn't really turn out. It wasn't very interesting. Not a very cool one, but this one was honestly pretty good as well. And I haven't gone through and tagged these photos. I didn't get that far. This is a lot of photos to go through. It took me, I think, like an hour and a half, 2 hours just to tag the ones that I've done already. But you guys can see, and I mentioned in the field footage that I was noticing the sky kind of pop out a little bit more at this point. The sun had been up for like 10 minutes now, but just creating a really cool atmosphere. Just focusing on the kind of this truck here. It's a utility truck. But again, the sky just really makes this one, the winter sky, sunrise, everything just looks frozen. And then back at the little apartments here, looks totally different on camera in comparison to pitch black at 7 in the morning. but did a lot of vertical shots, a lot of landscape shots, just messed around with both. Looking down the road there, that looks crazy. Everything was snowed in. Nothing was really plowed at that point. Thankfully, I got the truck. I can just throw that thing in 4-wheel drive, get around wherever I need to go. One of these shots I'll definitely edit of the apartments here. This is really cool. I like this. These buildings just got a weird shape to them, and obviously the snow makes this. I mean, everything's just plastered with snow. It's pretty crazy. This is cool. Yeah. I went a little bit brighter exposure on those at the end here. You can see. So that's darker, a little bit brighter here. Different exposure settings will get that for you. So I'll probably take one of those brighter ones. Oh, there's a little sneak peek of the next episode. But that is all of them, guys. A ton of good ones. Ton of good ones, as you guys can see through there. I'm going to have a good time kind of just editing these. We'll go through the ones I tag quick. So the kind of the good in focus ones here. Let's see. I'll just show them like this. So yeah, I mean, even with it being really dark, that shot actually turned out pretty dang nice, I think. And I do tag. These ones this one's a little bit over grainy. As you guys can see, there's kind of some pixelation going on. That's okay though. That can be fixed. That one's tagged. This was the good one out of that few. So I'll basically look through as I go and look through these. I didn't tag any of these ones. I'm really just kind of picking out the ones that are most in focus, that have like the best clarity to them, that really pop. That one looked good. And of course it may change. Like I'll obviously go through these, do another glance over, pick out the one I want. That one's a little bit blurry. This one looks good. So I got a ton of both landscape and portrait style or vertical shots throughout here. I was really just seeing a ton of stuff. And with it being the first big snowfall of the year, I was just trying a lot of things. Once you're not shooting in an environment for over a year, you definitely have to, I've obviously, done winter photography a lot in my lifetime. But when it comes down to like the first big snowfall and you're getting out there for the first time of the season, getting out and doing some photography, like, yeah, definitely just like try out whatever. I would say just mess around, have some fun with it. I was having fun out here, even though it was cold. I had to go to the bathroom halfway through. I was having a blast. And like I really wasn't, it didn't really take me a lot of thought to kind of set up a lot of these images and get kind of good photos, because everything just looked, the time of day, the snow, the big snowfall, everything was just, working. So I didn't really, there were a few times where I spent a decent amount of time at one spot, but I was kind of in and out moving. I wanted to move obviously. I wanted to keep moving to keep myself warm. But for the most part, as you guys can see, like I was in and out of taking shots here at different locations. I was just coming away with some good stuff. So I didn't tag any of these ones, but I'll figure out kind of what to do with this little truck photo here. And then at the apartment homes, I'll take one of these vertical ones, figure out which one of those will be a good one to edit. But yeah, overall that was a sweet shoot. I like that a lot. let's see. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, out of all these, I really, really like this garage with the light coming through here. I think that looks sweet. It's just really dark. It's probably one of my best kind of blue hour, really true like blue hour dark. Almost looks like nighttime, basically. One of my better ones here. Let's see, which else is a good one. This one with the street light is pretty cool. Wish there was a little bit more going on in that. Oh yeah, the snowplow. This one as well. I like this as well. This vertical shot of the home on the corner. That corner home. Corner homes always look really cool to me. But some nice coloring. I'd say like just the blue tones, kind of the light grays. And then obviously this truck shot is really good. I like this truck shot a lot. Or the snowplow. This one here. I even noticed here the light on the truck kind of bouncing off the ice on the road. That's a kind of a unique little, cool little aspect of the photo there. You can brighten that up a little bit, bring some more focus to it. That'd be pretty dope. Yeah, I think those are probably some of the best, those three. Those are some bangers. This one's honestly pretty good as well. This truck here, just snow all over it. Looks pretty gnarly. And then this one too, honestly. This landscape shot. I like the depth at this location here, looking up the hill. Let's see. I thought I highlighted. Yep, I highlighted this one as well. Yeah. So I just like that. Like I was saying before, when you get some hilly terrain through a neighborhood or something like that, it always brings some interesting look to it. Brings some depth to the photo, so that's another good one. But yeah, guys, that'll do it. Let's hop off the screen. Boom. All right. Yeah, that was sweet, dude. That was sweet. I had a good time doing that early morning shoot. I don't do that much. Like I said, it was a little bit sporadic, unanticipated. Like I didn't really, I didn't know if I was actually going to go wake up in the morning and want to go out and do that. But, when you got a big snowstorm like that, it's the first one of the season. I think we got like 6 to 8 inches throughout, I wasn't shooting in the snowstorm, but I was pretty much out there right after it. So yeah, it's like 6 to 8 inches of snow all over everything. Plus I had the truck. It was kind of fun just driving through that, 4-wheel driving it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm definitely going to put a lot of time. I'm going to put a lot of time into these in the upcoming days here. Episode 3 is also a banger. I'll just say that now. I got some really good photos out of that one as well. So that's coming soon. But yeah, I need to put some time into these guys. I'll definitely show you guys some of the edited versions of these photos here. I'll run through them on a video or something. I also have some time-lapse footage of me editing some photos that I don't know if I'm going to put it up or not, but I feel like I probably should. I think they're of some fall photos, actually. But we'll see. So, yeah, that'll do it for this one. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I mean, I got like, I don't know how many photos that was, but it's quite a bit. And yeah, there's some bangers in this. There's some bangers. So good first snowstorm photo shoot of the year. Hopefully there'll probably be a couple more at least. But we are having we've been having a relatively mild winter so far. We did have a little bit of a cold snap, but I mean overall hasn't been anything too crazy. So I'm sure there's more snowstorms to come though. But good first one here, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.